Hello, it's Gina Brandsetter here with Stampin' Heaven. I am back today to share with you some more Brushed with Beauty creations. This is the card that I created in a previous video, and in that video I shared how to create this pleated fold. And today I'm going to use the pleated fold that I created and create another card, but this time I am going to use the lasting linen stamp. I use this for the background on this card. It kind of shows up just slightly in this light, but here is a piece that I stamped on cloud cover cardstock with Secret Sea ink, and I love the way this looks. I love background stamps that add texture. So when I saw this went to the very top of my must-have list, and it should be at the top of yours too. Now, some people have trouble using background stamps, but there is a little bit of a technique to learn how to use a large background stamp such as this to make sure that you get good crisp images. Let me show this stamp to you. This stamp is about 4 3/4 by almost 6 inches long. So yes, this is a very large stamp. You can see I have already used it several times. Now I'm going to bring a large block over here, and let me just show you, when you put a stamp, a large background stamp on your block like this, and even when you press it down good, you can see when I hold this a certain way, see all those air bubbles? So when you stamp, those air bubbles will show. Let me do this with I'll just show you what this looks like when you stamp it. So you can see on here where those air bubbles were. Now we want to get those air bubbles out, and I will show you a really quick trick on getting the air bubbles out. Okay, I have cleaned my stamp, and I'm going to reapply the stamp to my block. And I am also going to use this block. This one is almost the same width as this one, and I'm going to use this to help add the stamp to my block. So I'm going to put this on starting at this end, and I'm going to take this block and I'm just going to kind of rub it across before I'm laying it all the way down. This helps to get those air bubbles out as you go. It's almost like adding wallpaper to a wall. You want to get all those air bubbles out so that you can get a good, crisp, clear image. Now, if I hold this up, don't really see any air bubbles this time. Now, another tip on getting good coverage of ink, because the block is so big, and to do it like that, you end up with lines where your ink pad is. You can kind of see that line that shows the pad. So I set my block down on the table, pick the pad up, and just rub it across. This will keep you from getting any lines on your block. Okay, so we are ready to stamp. Okay, I'm going to stamp on this piece of cardstock, and just to be on the little bit of a safe side when using a large stamp, I like to have extra padding under my stamp. So if you have a piece of foam or a pad that has foam on the back of it, just slide that under there. This just helps when you are applying pressure to a large image. And I just want to make sure that I'm pressing the whole image. Let's pick this up and there we go. I'll hold this up so you can see that. I get a pretty good image there. It is a good linen look. Really adds a lot of dimension. Okay, let's put together the card and finish creating the card. I'm going to create a regular size card, and this is just very vanilla cardstock. You can see my practice on the back of the pieces. Sometimes you just have to practice a little bit. The torn edge there. Let's just add a little bit more texture by tearing the other side a little bit. Really adds a roughness to the linen. Oops. Let's get this straight. Trying to use the guidelines on my little work pad. Okay. So now I've got some dies that I use from Petals of Beauty. And on this one, I cut this out twice with this image on the green designer series paper that looks like this. And then I cut it out again on this paper and cut those off and pieced it together. I liked how the pink is in that paper, so I was just trying to match that up. Okay, now let's add our pleated paper to the card. Right there in the center. And I have already stamped my little tag. This is from the Creative Haven dies. So we've got several little tag dies in this one. This is the smallest of that tag. And my image is actually from the stamp called Peace on Earth, which sounds like a Christmas stamp, and it does have some Christmas sentiments on it, but it also has some sympathy and hug sentiments. I really like that. So let's put our little leaves and flowers on here. And I'm just want to move this over just a tad. Bring some dimensionals over. Let's put this on here. Now, I have a little bow tied, and then I'm going to attach with a glue dot, but I want to show you where this came from. This is called Braided Trim, and it is petal pink, and it matches perfectly with the um, beauty paper. It matches perfectly with the paper. And I cut a piece off, and if you pull the braid like this, You can actually then pull a strand out, and then you have a thinner piece, which is much easier to tie into a little bow. So let's put some foam on the back of this. One in the middle. Kind of in the center. And let's see, I didn't put that on yet because I wanted to see where that needed to go. I think I'm going to put that right there. Just have it stick out just enough. And let's add our bow. And I have some pearls of beauty. Let's just add just a couple, and I think we'll use maybe the white and this crumb cake color. Let's put one. And we want an odd number, so let's just go ahead and add one more. I think I'm going to use a taupe color one. Let's just put that. Um, Down here. There we go. So here is our card, Big Hugs for a Good Friend, with the linen background stamp, which I am just loving. So that is my card today. If you would like to learn how to do the pleated fold, look for the video in my playlist called Brushed with Beauty. I have several videos there featuring all the artwork that I've been creating with the Brushed with Beauty.